Hello, this is the LEGO architecture Burj Khalifa, or rather it's the second LEGO architecture Burj Khalifa. First one came out 5 years before this and was actually done on a similar scale. It's not as tall as this one, but has the same size of base. I feel like that one was not received very well. It was a pretty simple build, simple design, mostly relied upon large stacks of 1x1 cylinders in gray. And this one is definitely not just that. There's a lot more building involved with this one, and I think that this better represents the shape and is in general a better LEGO set. My favorite part of the build is definitely the base. I feel like those shapes down there are just very pretty, the petal-like design. I think that it's well represented in LEGO form here. They kept it nice and clean. They didn't bring in any of the buildings around the periphery, which is good. There's a little bit of gappiness you can see towards the inside where there are a couple of Technic pulleys that are part of the structure that holds the whole thing together. But in all, I think that it just fills up the space very nicely. You've got a triangle inside of a square with very, very similar gaps towards the edge of each point. I think it's done nicely. Also, the main part of the building does have some of the horizontal banding involved with the dark gray parts that are used, but those don't go quite as deep as they ought to. It would be nice to see those go farther in, but that definitely would have compromised on the strength, and I'm not sure if they could have pulled that off at every single level. It's not until you get to the very top that you get one band that goes all the way through. And that's just because it's really the top of this entire assembly here. A lot of building from the side, obviously, and there's some tiering, so you can see where the different levels kind of stop, at different points. They were careful about that to try to really replicate that. So, you can see that this is here. This has the next kind of tier to it, the next level that stops at that point. So it's not completely symmetrical, as it should not be. And yeah, I think that it gets the overall shape across very well. What this does not do as well as the previous version is replicate the vertical texture. The other one had those cylinders, which gave you more texture along these larger, wider panels, the sides of the lobes of the building, and that's just not here at all. You can kind of see maybe a little bit of that with the vertical plates, but then you come in further, not really. It's more of a smooth shape there. So they've lost some detail there, gained some towards the outside. My second favorite part of the build is this upper section, which is its own sub-assembly, and it just kind of looks like an even smaller scale building itself, or maybe you could even see it being at this scale, just given how tall the Burj Khalifa really is. But I like the shaping here. You can look at it from different angles and you see different things coming out of it. Again, they've gone with the tiering around the sides so that it doesn't just look like a small spire made with a minimal number of Lego pieces. I'm sure that a lot of experimentation went into this to try different shapes to get the little approximation of almost more detail than you can even get physically with Lego parts here. But this is nice, and this being a separate sub-assembly can actually be turned around a little bit. There is only one place where it's kind of right, so to speak, but you can kind of see how this tries to play off the side over here. But I think this is done really nice, and actually this could be a building just by itself as a separate set. I would like to see more Lego architecture buildings actually done at this scale and in a similar way. Even though this set is very tall and narrow, I do feel like it deserves to be displayed someplace where it's low, where it's below your eye line, so that you can appreciate more of the cross-sectional shape of it. It's not something that looks best just from straight on. If it's put at eye level and you miss all of this shaping down here, and I feel like this shape, even though it's so far away, really speaks visually to the upper part as well. I feel like they kind of tie each other together, where you lose a little bit of detail through the main bulk here, but if you let your eye just kind of flow from top to bottom or bottom to top, like for instance, this tile right here kind of speaks to this tile. To me personally, it just kind of goes together well, and may even put in a little bit of optical illusion for the brain, or a little bit of residual effect there that kind of conveys more information than is physically there. So I think this is a pretty masterfully done piece of art as a Lego building. I mean, obviously the full-sized one is quite a project, not just in its size but its design. But I feel like some of the brilliance of the design of the real one has also been captured here, and some new new intellectual progress has been made just to create this Lego set. I think it's very nicely done. I think it could be done better perhaps in the future. Maybe another 5 years from now there will be more small Lego parts as they continue to make new pieces that perhaps will allow more texture to be brought back in to the main body of this. That would be nice to see, but for now I feel like this is definitely great progress and a far cry from the original attempt, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. So that's it for my look at this particular building. If you have anything that you would like to say about it, as always, please feel free to leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you again soon.